talingin. Oh, you Tarawra talbalula lembalti karin el malat karang aramata arangalage balwa madabe
Padalwa siyang malungit total mera argid rogui yak mo dasya susul mora arubun mar masil belaw armutling ra kabelment tergid ma to bet mo magal del susul mora rugul ad tira ata orange setial program al tutau awera bodo mura program en soal di bokpu to blora sub malo ai se awera dora gel sub de club tora o maklat ke tegel ketengir malubeng gora tamatalo station di tora amla bas special sengra mokte tial show gidra bruxel ice mal malas igel lorula gora centel bolse del el mera avec le Sunday edo ay silmo adra blue mo bolsi adra blue el mom dengel como tial center gi dengarata motmok magel ku korab esel ay sama siamok te tial show e ogore mabogu por egel le rulsu de magot awasesel el calendar dos pegal chungara rangal gulmuruni tase argentine calendar planon sa last time na abri sa sing mlamu le circle wangadra matiar klay wangadra ngla asmeril mora rogun ngal gaskura blur belaw e mo simra alum etul ko singil el albuil el along del buil selwal da tegi del klay wangadra tial mo calendar gi tial maral meral 2025 awase exploring our sanctuary tial di magora amulut kegirel tial gukurere der tial Palau National Marine Sanctuary aong erul subdak mo a center gida o sigira communication and outreach officer moro ray gidil gora tokora wa communication outreach madirek lo sigira talmo o social science researcher seldu social science researcher nga selgora wabol el berde laurel ba uben clol teme laurel o musin de laurel lo ventrilar egal tokora science lo ventrilar madalo ese bok xogar ngal gestrigidre el tutau enga a gestrigidre el tutau a MATTIA UCCHIELLO nga aurora ngulu mle sera a hotel buil en artial malara kaltok tangari aurora lo bengela gora rip sentere mo mgim da argira tiara ulabongora a march selendre l'alman de nyau ko bol mrek segidil rigil lo lo ngamal mrura gora wari sutringi o silta men walo la circle tok tangari malo ese bay guidia olgun morngi mal gora di mo mskida atel el gora arexit tial luro longot mokuni. So Mattia, at this time I would like to talk a bit about your background, you know.
And Mil tutau everyone, hi, thanks to the radio and ASAP for having me today. And my background has been a little bit of a journey. I've started as studying economics and marketing, so it was about mostly my bachelor degree about economics and management. Then I decided to get more into the natural ecosystem and environment conservation. So I started my journey in my postgraduate degree that I did in London, UK, about the management of natural and cultural heritage. Then I started working in this field, and at the same time I kept on studying. I started to doing projects with national parks and marine protected areas back in Europe, Italy, and also in the UK. Then I got a second level master about the natural capital and protected areas planning, design and management. So I got I got more specialized in environmental conservation and planning. And then after a couple of years that I kept on working with the national parks back in Italy, I started this PhD program in digital design-driven innovation for natural capital. So creating and designing new tools and new technologies to protect and manage correctly the environment. And as part of this project, I came here in Palau. I think we'll see in the next question what my project is about.
Right. Mattiia mo ko lasing ngasa angusele hotel daw ra tora daingak yung uluro ra tora ora economic kaisai el molmong sira bolola guk imul uluro segi tora economy malibing kaisai imul morsel do sa second level and silver master degree most tira ora moda ya system tinta sa second level meaning master degree en novo start ora interested regal tora natural resources regal ora tora wa grapela natural resources tora regal ora ngigil barwada badlo ablu ora mlo interested regal mlo mala seguir el master degree ni seguir isera bol break en guknora skura London mlo mala ora mapping management el malasam lo sing gor osiglo singra aigal mclow malubing igel national parks aigal gora wire PNMS for example aigen magarado gora ngrawngil gora dongu malubing teletal do balmo gora masabak malubing the manage aigal del basyo seguid el lurere ngara ayaji del national parks ma ra university Italy Malatya kultoktangani en ngaria gim adodu en wasengaria bebira gora hakasel amlangar bela untlanes isel bela sei tiaida tara bulul gora direk ngari tiale e hotel la klingila adbel mongoram lo interested de seguid mongle sa hotel buil mongorer el al taidlur el mea o puedo gerinlo así mangara ora mokter tialur el mei. So can you explain a bit about the work you came to Palau to do?
Yes, I came to Palau because Palau is incredible biodiversity and the ecosystem here is really healthy, but the balance is really delicate, as we've seen from other parts of the world. It's important to protect those delicate environments because they are the home of some biodiversity that we are missing all around the world now for climate change and other issues. So I came to Palau to help Palauan, help PICRC and help the government and the state to better manage and their protected area, their natural capital. When I say natural capital, I'm talking about all the resources that the nature has. So both resources we need, like food, water, but also the biodiversity and the ecosystem, that's an important resource, but also all the services connected to those kind of things, so all the tourism that is involved. So as Palauan knows, Palau has a really big I will say resource, talking about the natural capital. So I came here to just for my project to have a meeting with the local governments, state rangers, national government, research center, as PICRC, but also other research organizations that work in Palau, to have meetings and to understand what challenges that they have to face in terms of environmental conservation, so protecting properly certain areas, but also about the management, so how to manage these areas, and also about surveillance and enforcement, so how look after those areas to the people, for the people to follow the rules. And I'm having this meeting to try to find out what are these challenges, if there are some technological and digital solution that could be implemented to solve these issues and challenges. We started developing some of these technologies back in Europe, and the idea is to bring these new tools here in Palau to help the Palauans and people living here.
Okay. ملغو ماتيا لو سيقول مغرم الذي سيد المربيلاو الممرور تاجيد اللمسوبل قد ما الغرا ديرك لون لا رودرا بالواد لن راد رايقال واي يوروب ما بتغل بلوا بلوا هذا شيء بالواد ما الغرا ديرك ونيلا عذبيل ما يقول مرنديل ما أرملا عذبيل ما بلو والدا شيء مال دير ونيل تال environment تريد ما أقول من غرام الذي سيد المي أورور بلاو بلا سيرا بلورور بلاو يا مكتير تال لمر للمي amal di momalas mlasay kada makarang oras misi ay gal tora ora omangar ma ay gal tora ora omsu ma omangar ng legal resources logyo ora BS dongu tasa technology ora BS dongu sa edro spell el ora tral manage ay gaigid الريسورسز اللي كده لغانينا بالواد اتيان غراب اسل تقول لوروري ملان سرالمن ملومترا يروغويل غرا اورغانيزيشن for example warwa marine resource agriculture ملومترا يجي دغور اومسا يجلوال dia kada salo seng ngurbot taklauror kada se challenges agel gora temot moklending gora wa bolakal sa se vedra sei ngrara la dogi ngut mokol mongil gel wa challenges me la mokter tialom rolel me amel gora interview gid organization ma national government ma wadi for example la NGO warba let's say PCS marwa abil society ye gora di example ra momita yegid e gora trail lo meslo sei ngragel wa atogol bol turguringi gora el sebed el mutel smisi mon bosil gut mokla gagid lurur en gagid el molgo la sei gal dongul gora tegna la silbla lo mul gora uspa europa diagdil gire la gagid el tora gora conservation adab mara dire el gire la gora omngere mele la blue omngere mele rural ma gire rogu natural resources un special togol gua gol tar silo sei a capital natural capital ngagi de molgo sei ay gel el tlank klagdele la bulul dimlang aringit tial bulura ndi kadula se kadawlo meop ngigel dimlang aringira dub tial bulul oral me ay gele warwa rakar o moa lama se atogol los pedios natural capital. Anyway, so that's very interesting. So have you done some interview with the
Yes, I've done many interviews. We had about like 35 meetings so far, and we have a few more in the upcoming days. If any of the listeners is interested to have a chat, maybe I will be happy to do it, whether it's like general public or an organization or governmental.
Right. When you say 35 interviews, can you just give us some example of organization or whatever that you've interviewed with?
I chat with all the researchers from PICRC staff.
Not necessarily all of them,
just some of them. TNC, the Natural Conservancy. I'm having a meeting this week with the PAN manager for the PAN network. We're going to have a meeting with the MAIF as well. We had meetings with marine law. I also had meetings with fishermen. I went some of the local fishing market. So try to have a chat with them and having their feeling about the sea. They are the people spending more time at sea in Palau, so it's nice to hear about their point of view. And other organization that I had, the JICA, was another one that I met.
How about some local NGO like Palau Conservation Society?
Palau PCS,
working strongly with the community. So,
I already had a first contact with them. I had an informal chat with two of their representatives during a meeting, and we having a meeting in the next 2 weeks. And I have also a few more. There's a huge amount of organization working in Palau. It's really hard to get to them all, but it's nice that slowly we get into to all of them. and yeah, some of the ones they say PCS, TNC, CRRF. We are all in contact with them to have a chat with them to try to find out what are their challenges that they are encountering, and also I'm going to meet a few of the local rangers. We're still sorting this out, but it will be nice also to hear the thought of people like spending time in protected areas. And also was really interesting to have meetings with marine law as well, that are the people in charge of managing the offshore seas, particularly the PNMS. The PNMS, that it's a big deal in terms of conservation and about fishing. Fishing is a big part of the project because fishing is what we're taking from the sea, but we have to take responsibly to keep the balance.
Okay, kita gile gora abebira ala ma liben gora a esentis el loro lo mungel mungel lo mas a gale wa marine law ma tele bureau of fisheries engagi del melgo la seng dire el soal mo mitra guk teatro mungel den soal guk gora mo mungel gel guk arado mungel da sigi de mal clo information a global gile la daw len mualul tutti al dabra bekil silsil girela sel du ado mengeda aku mesin del guam lor tigel waseta tourol low menget tigel mal dingara indial gora ndia gol gor tigel aurora monday to friday sel weekend tomorrow yak mal gor tigel sektu ado mengeda gora amal gor tigel gidele to se full time fisherman tigel mal di muil dingara el girela agora oguru le la clear maklarti. Anyway, indira soal mo mitre trigayid ngwaseng mal beto kaigal el organization malad mo nda soal del gora mal di mer del gora di kadam ke gogi del gora. And so what you're aiming for is after you gather this information, you want to tell us a little bit about the technology or the tools that you might need to sort of like sort these things out and try to know where what's the trend or where to go, where to move from here, something like that.
Yes, sure. As I said before, the meeting is a starting point to understand the challenge, but also at the same time in the meeting, we are already looking at future solutions and practical solutions. So while I'm having this meeting, after hearing the challenges from the person I'm speaking with, we try to find out solutions still during the meeting. So I show them some of the technological tools that can be implemented to solve those issues that we found out in our chat together. I show them some technology, and we try to find out, this technology could be good for this issue, for this critical issue. This technology is nice, but if we modify it a little bit, it could be perfect for Palau. So there's also this process of like developing and creating like personalized solution for the issues that we have in Palau. So as we find out to map these challenges and we try to find out solution, the final goal, the ideal goal that is going to be reached, achieved in a bit longer time. It's a longer term because 2 months is not that much to develop a solution, is to put this technological solution into practice. If you like, I'm going to give you some of the examples of this technology.
Before we do that, let me just translate what you said before I some.
It's all right.
Ngwase Mattiya malgol wase gagidul wa interview tabula interview e gora bolo ting la sei ngaraigel gora wal challenges malumi gel trigalado l'interview tira gora wal voltur gringi e o siltame tosiga gagidul gora technology gora technology mo address gagidul issue. Can you tell us some example?
Yeah, sure. So the idea is to start from challenges and find a solution that can solve these challenges. There's a big project about the mangroves here in Palau. So all the work that mangroves does for the environment, keeping the sediment in, stopping erosion, and all this kind of positive stuff about mangroves. So it's quite important to know where all the mangroves are. And to map them, to protect them. Here, satellite images, that's a new technology. We're getting really precise satellite images and LiDAR images. That's a volumetric of the ground that can help to better map and understand the mangrove cover in Palau and try to save this cover to help it to save the land from erosion, at the same time stop the sedimentation and dispersal in the waters. That is bad for corals, for seagrass many region. And yeah.
Okay, let me just translate.
Yeah.
Oh, igal dong lolo ko yang gagil ko example as igal to ra wala sing mga tial guburus amang group. At tengla sildos pa igal ko ra wal wal ko ra el tengla silo otia asya singra agaburus. When you say a satellite image, you said this like a new.
Yeah, the building and putting
fine satellite image.
Yeah, new satellite image that the higher resolution, so you can see in detail from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, gigi del lolo la sei. Ilang ara mo kadlo lo spera telepalaris mo di mo tel image survival may hindi kal sal mal mo kura kumakay sel lolo ira tel gaburs mo. Sel long do ka kurang sing da sei sel high resolution en bulgula sei sel do tel image sel abebula let's say gaburs ra angar beet. Sel de men wabol sebed el masasel kula kabo ma agel mgegre role la ralm kora mgegre stream sel metod sel lo goringa nga sei gegi do kapes tengla la sia sebed lo spell kora atralmo o osad el malu be kora toro ba gel kora awal dingit el memeteng ra kabus sia ko al kora daital bel gorin gira gagi do kora new technology.
Yeah, another example, sorry. We have like they are developing also in PICRC. There's a big project about this, developing new buoys. They have lots of sensor in it. It can give data almost every day and in real time. So we get like live data from the ocean, oceanographic data like temperature, salinity, turbidity about the water, CO2 levels. That's really interesting to have like real time data and to build data over time, daily data over time. So we can highlight and see the variation and the changes and trying to understand what are the effects of the changes on the environment. Another example could be the implementation. Do you want to translate the last one? And
let me just translate the last one real quick before I miss some important points. Abebira technology lo ko asi away gagi do lombro ledel ora amora ikela tel almolle tel celarwa 24 miles ma tel dartal mile el gora alek tarwa war sample le kada gire do mesangra marwa ora tora klil dele la ba ma role la ut marang ategi do lo ya sei agel gora ba es technology se ve del wada dal ma bora way gagi ma instead ramon en sebel sel bol di lo rol malay gagi del lurol gida am masara erte gole gel mon mrul lurol mon direct mal interesting tial yeah go ahead.
So we can use the help of new software, like computing software that are really powerful, or artificial intelligence, to kind of process these informations. For example, the one I said from taking the real-time data every day from the sea could also help to build predictive models. So machines, when they get lots of information, they are kind of giving us the possible outcomes in the future, so that could be useful to do planning decisions, but at the same time, like for giving us alerts. For example, the software gets this data and this, watch out because you can have like a bleaching event in the next month. Be careful about this.
In kagi del molko la sa gigi del boil lukoy sa edlo spell gire la gora. Let's say wal bek sil tial boya malara wa temperature umro le layol tama bekkel sil lo lari mulgo la sei an ngani wa gidi technology do spell gora amogmat time en sebed el mol mogora amadengel wa sei agar badal time en sela amodu akmongora. For example wal gora se al sum malara temperature do mesra tel temperature reading ra bekkel sil el dimral morbab en sed el agora mo ultra classy تجيد الدسبدال تيال دابرا دسبدال مالوبن المرال مي الشوم تيال تمبرتشر مرال مغالدن كلل غارنيا اقلول مغالدن دابل غاسي مرال مي جاي الغرا ورسيلي Mauera al mesi kol magal da ben sebe del gora mega decision se magad makarang. Ay agora lo last min malgo kal.
And the last
Interesting,
example,
yeah.
yeah, can I do the last one?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be also using AI to improve the enforcement of these protected areas, both like close, the one close to land, so the marine protected areas, maybe with AI cameras, but particularly in open sea, so offshore protection, like the PNMS. We at the moment they're already using in Palau some interesting tools to monitoring, like using EIS and BMS data, so the data that we take from the location of fishermen vessels and big vessels. They have a nice, really advanced operational room where they find out all the vessels that are going through the PNMS and the protected area, if they are licensed, if they are not. So there's quite a lot of surveillance, but you can prove this like putting a software on top that maybe through AI analyzes the patterns of the boats, the behavior to try to find out if there's like a suspicious behavior or like a commercial overseas boat that is not licensed doing like fishing movements and behaviors in the PNMS. So it could also improve for the enforcement.
Mulgo seguido lo bang gora wal example ni ra gagid. Din direk al mal gora masarul gora direk al wal surprise leng tial guktora PNMS rigid. Ay gal wa marine law dirga ngaria ole di ngaria gora direk al wal advance technology lo spell war wa BMS. Ay gel wa BMS ngwadu da sing murikwara dial ngara era bulwad lo spell gagid al misil. من سأل دينا مانين لو أمس سنغال نمبر تلال ديال لانغرا إيرا كسكليلا إندي تيجي دلو لغورينغا لو سنغورا بلون مملغور سيجي دل IA سيل دلو سنغورا or A is it IA or AI artificial
AI is in Italian, sorry I get it wrong.
It's the other way around.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the other way around.
Anyway سيجي دل الغورا لغسن AI أسمع والغورا الموتل سمشي أيجي دل غاري من موسى دل gora mal mo mesa gora ko magael tretele la gayi del dia la sel ngagarge ndiak sal madang sel uriora amarin lo lo sei sel BMS sendi olta ndi otia spat sel lo for the BMS do they just show the location?
Yeah.
But with the AI, working with those PMS things, the new technology, can really see the boat.
Yeah, you can see more details, but you see the whole the overview. You just don't see the boat here, but you see it analyzes all the movements and the patterns that the boat had over time. So we know this boat behave like this. We have more details, and we also have. This boat can do this. Watch out for it. Like alert situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dak sayid lo goni lo sing sel dakalekta gora de talmo o mat el time en sayid mo gora awad sasya sing ra blagar del tial for example al sumo dos perseguid el mortial le tora a BMS en sayid mo overtime mo dia say ngagi del dial sel top den mbrol mral mo budul kere magram gora wa bodo dengue blagar delir من ديرك الموبايل ترجع هذا ترايل manage malu begitu urut tagay itu urut orang interesting.
Obviously, these ideas are to support the human work. It's not like a substitution or like
right.
It's an improvement for the humans.
Gora di mulko la saigal el gora tegala la chimara anda da set mutera adrurur ay gadi mo ono sel mut smisi treat gal adl mutmok la gadi drurur. Wow, very interesting, Mattia. So I guess by coming here you have like a two main goal. You want to talk about the two main goal by coming to Palau?
The main goals that we hope to achieve here in Palau.
At the end of the internship.
Obviously. We have a couple of big goals because from the studies that we have in developing new technologies back in Italy, because this project is like the continuation, a second step of the project we did in Italy, because we just did this process with the marine protected areas and national park in Italy. We have some findings, and the idea is to give this knowledge also to other places. So what we're trying to achieve in Palau is to build this knowledge here, bring this technology here, and also the idea is to when you introduce a new technology in a new environment, it's really important that before putting the tool into action, you understand the local needs, the local culture, and also the willingness of people to use new digital tool, because it's not something that it must be taken for granted, because sometimes there are technological gaps, sometimes people don't like the new tools, or sometimes they give them the tools they don't like to use, that are not built ad hoc on them, so they're not willing to use. So the goal is also to understand if the local people here, the stakeholders, are willing to use new technological tools, and now these tools must be for them to use them, you know. So some like personalization from for Palawan.
Okay, so you're saying you have tried these things back in Italy, the Italian parks or whatever.
Yes.
And now we wanted to expand it.
Yeah.
So I guess by listening to you, what you're saying is you came to Palau just to kind of introduce the idea and see if people are willing to try it out.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because I think it's nice when you discover something new that could be useful for the people to give to the others. You don't just keep it for you in your country.
Right.
You try to share the information,
yeah.
the idea. So trying to find the willingness of people and how this technology could
and that's kind of exactly how things improve, you know. You find new thing, you share information, somebody will bring it here and, you know, modify it. And you know, that's how things advance.
Probably here in Palau, and it's already happening. New ideas are coming that also improving the ideas we have that back home. We are improving them in Palau because in every place we have different challenges, different people, and different skills, you know.
سيجد اللغونية ماتيا سامكتير تيال الغرا intensive ريم نربيلاو أمال ديمنا للتيجد أجايد الغرا بس التقنية سيمارا lo sao habla los pel mengetmok lagi gora maklul gora national park wa italima gora wabla le salwa senguron mtia mokter telo mlerbelan me gora intensive mlarta qal toqtani amle soal me gora wal interviewer de o me saigel challenges setir e direga los isilta men gora wa setir lo saiga ida gora bes tecnology el direga gora o me se lo así aigal gora bes tecnology so wa introduce ara tial bulu gora you know Maria gora klamaria reng til soril los pel gora modo el aigel do el smisi aigel lo mokre al time se agora tara moktel lo se bol mrektel intersibrini se ida gora so lo mesingil result. Okay.
So the other main goal is to actually put this solution into practice. That's more a long-term goal, but we also would like to actually implement real solution to improve Palau conservation, and this is a really important part because I think it's important to also give real solution and also this mapping of challenges and criticism. I'm going to produce a report that's going to be PICRC is going to be for PICRC, all about these challenges. So but from these chats and this interview, also a mapping of the challenges that could be used to solve other issue, not only technological solution, but other solution of cooperation and management. Yeah, these are the two main goals of this project. Hoping there's practical solution over time that are going to be implemented.
والغرا map gagi the challenges tergib الغرا وضع تنيد ما قادر الغرا ما قولهم مني الغرا مرة نكسل دو map عندي نقل نسيسي لسين الغرا والو لوسرات تشيزو ngawa di lo baigal me yo gore odoro del morsel lungil tretelel magdamo mudngi gadamo mudu la sang magrad adres ay gaidu challenges mara okay. And so by coming to Palau, just curious, you wanted to know, so your organization or your university is funding your trip? Or
yes. This process started back in Italy because I was working with lots of national parks, and I was seeing that they have these challenges of of conservation management. I saw there were the technical solution were already there, so we just needed to translate it and shift it for conservation. While doing one of these jobs in a marine protected area, I met a researcher, an important marine biologist, that she talked me about Palau and all the conservation effort in Palau. So I got interested in it. That's why I decided to take my project here in Palau.
Okay.
And I heard all about the conservation, the fishery management. I said that's a place that the people are really willing to protect their environment. So I say let's go there because it's fertile ground for improvement. And I got the partners of my project. The funding comes from, as you said, 3 main partners that really were interested in Palau environment. So they supported this project to go abroad, and they gave us funding. The funding of my project came by the European Union. That's putting lots of money in environmental conservation in different states, particularly in Italy. So environmental ministry and European Union, and putting funds for this kind of research, and also Sapienza University. That's the biggest university of Europe. That's based in Rome. That is doing some research in planning and management on protected areas. And the last partner that is funding is a team group with Mindicity company that they're like new. They develop IT tools and digital twins and predictive models, artificial intelligence for the public administration in Italy. And so, yeah, these are the 3 partners that are like funding the research.
Okay. Yeah, by listening to you, so back home, you use this digital solution for mostly parks.
Yes.
So when you heard about this scientists back home, talking about marine conservation, you wanted to transfer this technology to look at sort of like a conservation, resource management.
Exactly. That was the idea. And also this researcher that is from Stanford University, she comes to Palau often to do the research. She spoke me about the Palauan environment, so I really got interested too, and I understood that was the place to go because people are really interested, and I said before, it's really fertile ground to grow new ideas and solutions.
So you're saying La Sapienza?
Yeah, Sapienza. Yeah.
That's the one who kind of fund you to come here.
Yeah,
and that's the biggest university in Europe.
Yeah, exactly. The Sapienza, and also an IT company that's giving all the technological knowledge and backup, and the European Union that's putting the funding.
Okay.
It's a 3 partner project.
Ti alam rolel ngal Mattia al merbela agora wal ngariak del al adal gora awlong sering merbela. Ngayon sila dula sa Clole University ngara Italy La Sapienza Anclen. Saya awla top del May matara al adal gora togora igal ro technology adire glu top del adire glu ngoser tialomro lel May ya tialomro lel May awdo del mega gar tialomro lel May tilo del European Union. Ngida igel tril al adal ngida dire gal milgo la satara professor at University of Stanford da dirgal ngora bil nguduri dirgal gora walu ay sa abela mal gora dirga mal gora dirgu ngila da bel mangara mo dirgal gora ni mo gora semrial ma ulum na decidel memru tagidle memlaq toktani belal murut tagidle say magaranga do spa technology improve mal über the manage igal resources Raigal, let's say conservation area, amadi natural resources. Say warawal. Melang malagay de water omro lel me amlel me omes say magrado gora design the plan el girela gora plan el gora gilungi sel lungi logot maklela ayagi del tora research maluba gel gora activities gel lurule ngalada malakol toktani es el volmre que can you just tell us a bit about so you finish your internship here and when you go back home and you're gonna of course you're gonna write the report of your work leave a copy at the PICRC and when are you getting your PhD?
My PhD is coming more or less in 1 year time, the final one. But I'm lucky that's a research that I can carry in different places. So it's like I just need my computer. My project in Palau finishes at the end of March. I'm going back in Italy to just write down reports and put all the data and information together. And yes, and I hope to be back in Palau, to be honest, because all this solution, we are building like the first bricks to develop new things. So my idea is to finish I can also finish the PhD degree and keep on researching. So my idea is to maybe having a second stage of this project where we develop real solution here in Palau in the long term. But at the same time, I'm going back to Italy to finish all this like more publication reports and scientific writing, and also I'm going to for 1 month in the US, working with National Park Service and Yosemite National Park
this year.
To finish is the last oversee experience of the project, the oversee partnership. So these are the next step. Just going back in Italy, putting all the information together, and maybe come back to Palau to keep on doing this kind of projects. Can I spend? I let you do the translation. I want to spend few words about Palauan people.
Wasang momrega lobo tial internship ni ra recenter ra lobo ra buil el albuil march ese lobo reng mo motmot ra mulu saigel report gel tialo gal urel marang e direga aswal mospendra talbuira mrigel gukmoragel national parks ra blura mrigel e gagi del mulu sa uril ngora aswal mutel meleng ngora mulgola sa hopefully moria gora wal second phase sel gora walongerul el dawr tagi del gotlo mrol lelmei e gadi do nita sa era do simre inshallah ya amok mum so you may say some words and then we'll close because we're pretty much
sorry if I'm taking too much time. No, I just wanted to
we're on time.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to add a few more things. The first one is also one of the idea of this project and the help of design and visual design on these kind of things is to translate all this data information we get from the environment, sometimes the technical and difficult information, into new visualization method that could be accessible for all. So maybe sometimes the scientific world, they produce really technical and complicated reports. So it's the idea also to give like visualization means and tools to make this information understandable and accessible to anyone. So general public, schools, just citizens interested. That's sorry, I just wanted to add this. And the other thing that I wanted to add about you Palauans that I really liked while doing this work and while like being in touch with the Palauan people to know what's going on the island, it was really nice to see how you Palauan are really open to new people and you're really like the hospitality is really nice. I had the chance to really enjoy meals with Palauans I didn't know before just because they invited me and just met them on the same day. So I just wanted to spend a few words about this because we found this also in the southern part of Italy, this kind of hospitality and welcoming, but I didn't expect to find this so far from home. And yes, thanks to Palauan, that's been really, really nice and welcoming. And it also helps foreign people like me to go in Palauan's shoes and help more, you know?
Okay. Yung kora di kada marmara program rigi de masaya gigi da kora walu lubong tingil misal mulgoy mong dio ay say ataram na mokter teluro say kadut mok lagal lurior egal bisal tringi kada makarang wada lil mosbela di adrablul di scientist sabel lo mesagal lurior medingel sengrat mulgoy leng mral to mral gire del blol gora kutmok lawre retra lo mesa sei tirgel guktial scientist la dong magara bolsi gora muy maigal tol do saado ongeru am lesal molgoria sen gora malt marungul waseng alagara blure gel gora magel blura arwa inaga agora kmedro agidel gora algo ngil sele hospital dia hospital tin ngungil sel gora blogger delil gora welcoming e bel gola sa bela ko mal sigit meng wai sei ngaku komesino sigit ndi kita ada bela mendengel el wasei agal mgegrel yun sata yo adi wai sei ro guk ta dil kita ko bal tob dil ko malungila agal ro mgegrel yun sata yo di wai sei langani aro ada mot bel kamar tirma anyway kada marmara lebora program rigit me saya agora dimlo ulo bangel tiala show moral swadro o ai sai gaigi ma bo adra blue bolo tinga sengara be bira ku kora aurol dolas motmokle e makara dora ngara gel sebedr ku tongul dangal mes misi ai gal dotmok mong mutulwa ku kwatel basel budulu e الرغول ولول نغتموك مال دي ملوت كل جريل سلوا سي قدم سبع أقل من الول والوض من دي على المقصاقل مسلورا المرن الجدر حتى الأورول المضاد إن سبيل موت لو مسا يقال دو مسا التايم سيامو الوان بروجرام رجيد قمال ممسال تولين تيال شور جيد أو كبير تيام مسيم رمسيل وكمل بالسئيل قمال مسولان
Talngir Oh you Tarawra wal balula Limbalti Kare El malat karang aramaka Arangalage Balwa Magabe